kind of in a mixed comp, whereas Team September 9 are totally into the late game comp here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game of this BO3 series between September 9 and IQOO S8UL in this India-Nepal showdown, in which IQOO S8UL having a lead of 1 point. Another win, they will be getting a point 1 in their table and one step closer to their top 1 position in this India-Nepal showdown to grab up that 20,000 diamond prize pool. Before that, the early game aggression coming out from the September 9, because they got the Kimmy into their hand. The mid poke will be there. And same question, Sasuke, who will be getting the first blood and who will be getting the first turtle?
Hey, it depends on how the teams play, but right now, September 9, they're going with the contest, but a little wonder will be stolen down from the side of September 9 retribution being used away just to secure that. But in terms of the mid control, IQOO S8UL, they have a downfall just because Hilda, she can constantly roam and also, not roam, but heal inside the bush. And in terms of damage between Kaja and Hilda, Hilda does have quite a leverage, and with the constant poke of Kimmy, they have a better control. But IQOO S8UL, knowing all of that, they are just rotating, trying to squeeze out or equalize the distribution. Like, hey, if the minions are clear, there is no need to go and push or overstep because our composition is not like that. And that is kind of a thing which I guess if you are looking forward, but things will go south once the turtle spawns, because both the teams will be there for the contest. And one thing is for sure, if and only if Kaja is able to get to the level 4, the Divine Judgment will be there. If not, the Yuzhang potential will be there. So the backlines needs to play safe, especially the king itself, because Yuzhang will be prioritizing it. But again, there's a special migration.
Valitrikim as well, and now goes to Toya. He's in a very bad position, will be secured by Anchi there. First burst secure, he went for the dive, double kill as well. Once again dominating the line up down. Anchi with the Yuzhong this time. The feats were covered in national grind. Now the feats are spreading in the international tournament as well. The India-Nepal showdown, the inter-region is getting haunted by IQOO S8UL with the double kill coming into the hand of Anchi. They secure the turtle and the macro into their hand. Not only stopping over there, they're going for Omega. The flow will not be there. He will be getting down into the hand of IQOO S8UL. Got taunted, got traumatized, got down by IQOO S8UL. Abhi.
A 3-4-0 alongside Turtle. IQOO S8UL once again into the power spike. The early game domination is still onto their hands, even though the goal is not there, but hey.
Okay, another fight coming in there. There's the poke. There will be Anti once again firing up with the dragon. He got the kill again, but Apex, he will be falling down. This is a 1-for-1 trade coming out from the September 9. They got the kill there. As I told you, the throne is of IQOO S8UL. They got the server this time, Mumbai server. They have a match point. They have the confidence after winning the first game with a dominating start. So all these odds are on to September 9. They're literally playing with high pressure and they're going for a late game comp. In the early phase, they'll be getting a lot of chance though, but they need to up the pace. They need to stay for the late. They got the carry, they got the Kimmy, they got the Fedrin into their hand. In the late, they will have the sustain, they will have the damage deal. They need to wait for the proper moment to come in if they really wants to go for the third game decider.
That's true, but I guess if you are trying to go for the dead bush setup, looking forward with the Divine Judgment and get a kill over to the Lapu Lapu, that could be the case, but September 9, trying to sense the part, trying to sense the blood in the water. The second turtle will be spawning in 15 seconds, and the Violet Requiem could be there along with the Spatial Migration, but they are not looking forward for this kind of setup, but there is a Divine Judgment.
And not only that, the dive comes by Anti, the dragon form, and it will be a kill into the hand of Apex. He's going and zoning out at this point. The Spatial Migration Valerium combo happened there. Omega Flow falls down by Final Flow, given by Asuna. And once again, they're going in. It will be Gosutoya as well. 3-man down without the Richie Holder. Easy Turtle coming in. They managed to invade it. The blue buff as well. Everything going out from the hand of September 9. And the lead is forming by IQOO S8UL. A 2k goal lead in just 5 minutes of the game with 2 turtles into the hand, and Tier are about to get down as well because the goal mark already been out from the Tiers. So the Tier 1 are in the vulnerable situation to get down. Once again, he goes in though with the Spatial Migration. Valerium used though. J-Ho with a proper setup comes back safely as well. This is the aggression I was talking about with the cross map play. Look at the cross map play coming in there onto the Radium, and he will be getting down with a 3-man gank onto him. He got tormented there. He got ganked up by the September 9, and at least they got a set here with a cross map play.
September 9 trying to go for the trade-offs to get the Radium out of the control, but hey, they are losing the Lapu Lapu. But in the end, EXP leader for a goal winner is always the cause, but look at here, Jay trying to go for the play. This might be the time. Divine Judgment along the line. He goes down, carrying the situation, looking for the second kill.
Okay, he went for his brother's revenge. He finds the kill onto there. But now, once again, special migration. Boom, Lilim falls down as well. 2-man into the way. Gosutoya standing strong though, but getting taunted a lot at this point. I mean, your damage dealer, Jenny, Cutie, and Lilim, they're falling down again and again. And for the late phase, they need the spike. And for that, they need the gold. And for that, they need the items. So everything, the setups, everything you need the gold. And the one more turret just fallen down on the bot side. There is the 3-man gang onto Anti this time. The Black Dragon emerges. And not only emerging, he is right now going back as well. Will he defending his tier? But look at this cross map play coming in here. BMI being used. Gosutoya is the single person defending the tier there. Anti going for a 1v3 here. This guy is insane. He never falls back. He will go for a 1v3. And all this distraction onto Anti will grab IQOO S8UL 2 tiers from the bottom and from the mid. Expanding the lane. Blew up away from the hand of Gosutoya. Is it a right trade? Going for Anti and letting Gosutoya guarding the turret. Laning at this point, being a jungler.
That was a kind of an overstep coming in from September 9, but hey, IQOO S8UL did manage to show the good macro play, getting 2 of the outer tiers in the bottom and also in the mid, and that would be uncontested turtle, a free turtle, the third. All 3 turtles were into the hands, and again they will be looking forward for some more fight. And with that, they'll be going for more towers into their hands. Right now, it's all red and less blue. September 9 going for the trade plays, but there is a Divine Judgment.
Divine Judgment, lot of damage comes in. Now they're going for the setup. The aggressive play comes in there. Black Dragon emerges. Mega kill secured onto Zabaruta. He falls down there. Anti goes inside the tier. There is the setups coming in. The damage blazing to it inside the tier. Killing spree onto Lily. Masuda got the kill. Mega kill secured by J-Ho. Super Genie Cutie falls down with Gosutoya into the hand of Radium. Team IQOO S8UL once again annihilating the side of September 9. Nepal Kingdom is getting tormented by the Indians. And they are right now onto the verge of knocking them out, leading a point, grabbing this BO3 series for them. Another kills comes up. A possible wipeout was fading onto the way for September 9. Tier 2 falling down. The heart is getting shattered at this moment for September 9 and the fans of Nepal, because IQOO S8UL spreading their feet on the soil of Nepal in the server of Mumbai.
The fans of Yuzhongs are really something that September 9 needs to look out for, and with that engaged, they're literally looking forward for that. Like, hey, it has uses the flicker Divine Judgment on one person, and the whole IQOO S8UL just go and guns blazing, guns on Gungu, and again, 2 for 0 trade, and again, look at that special
he goes in.
The Violet Requiem.
He goes in and Gosutoya got a final blow from Asuna there. Not only that, Super Genie Cutie falls down. Double kill coming out for the Cloud. Radium with a success. Double kill. BMI plus blazing to it. He goes in. He follow up his friend J-Ho and he grab up the kills there. IQOO S8UL, they're not leaving any chance, any scrutiny here for them. They're grabbing up each and every possible outcome of this game. And once again going in, Divine Judgment comes up from Apex, and there right now a slate happened on the Omega Flow. There is the special migration Violet combo. Mega kill will be secured by SHOWDOWN Radium here, and he's going for a double. Can he grab it up? They're taking out the inhibitor at this point. A lot of damage being dished out. J-Hope once again goes for the special migration. He taunted, and Call goes back as well. Now the Lord coming in there. Before the Lord, they really wants to go for the base turret. Once again the fight comes in, blazing doing big use. A lot of damage being dished out on the Lilim falls down. SHOWDOWN coming out from the Radium. He goes back, he grabs up the double kill, but he will be getting down. A shutdown onto him by goes to Toya. The tear damage come on to Radium and he falls down there. What a game coming in here. Radium falls down, doesn't matter. He grabbed the sets and now it's time for the Lord and finish the game with a 2-0 clean sweep. Hunting out Hora yesterday. Now it's time for September 9 to get knocked out by IQOO S8UL. Indian Kingdom is totally standing strong, even though September 9 managed to break down a part of it by defeating IQOO RNTX. The revenge is totally on to the way. Once again, the fight coming in. They got the raid buff into the way. Apprentice's Wraith got used to clear out the minions, but there is the Lord coming in for J-Ho. They're going inside the tier. Will they go for the fight or will they wait for the Lord? There is no patience being shown by IQOO S8UL at this point.
Minions will swarm down from the top lane, looking forward for the Divine Shield to pop out, but the pressure coming in from IQOO S8UL is way too much for September 9 to handle it out. Even though they managed to get a shutdown to Radium, they minimize the gold, but the gold right now is way too much. Almost around 6k gold lead. The last match down in the mid lane, nothing much or major they could do unless and until they find out a mistake. But right now, the plays coming in from IQOO S8UL doesn't seem like there's a Black Dragon form.
Okay, they're going with the Lord at this point. The Black Dragon being used. There will be the godlike execute onto Super Genie Cuties lane onto Varudo. Shutdown coming onto Anti here, but it will be a double consolation redemption triple kill coming out from Radium. They managed to wipe out September 9. It's just one member standing strong. Will have Radium grabbing up a maniac here? He will do it. And with this, the kingdom falls down. He grab up the Savage as well. A maniac from IQOO S8UL Radium to secure the win against Team September 9 and claim the throne with a 2-0 clean sweep.